Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we switched ourselves over to being in our final two duchies, our capital duchies here. We're not going to be moving again for basically the entire game, I believe. We may move to different duchies later on, I suppose, based on like de jure capital of like the Arabian Empire, but even that is not like the full extent that we're going for. Like, what are we going for here? Largely Persian, Arabian, Maghreb, Hispania. That's largely what our target is here. So that'll be fine. Absolutely no problem there. We do need to work a little bit on our castles down here. Now, our castles are a bit awkward for us. Why? We're tribal. Castles are strange for us to hold. We definitely do need to work on some of these, so it was decided that our capital duchy up here is going to be our our military duchy, and this down here is going to be our economic duchy. So, I mean, things like homesteads are probably fine here. Watchtowers, not so much, although we do have a regiment of Mubarazun stationed here. I would prefer to have them... Let's see, who is stationed here? These guys? I prefer to have them stationed up this direction, and actually this is a much better location for them anyway. They get better stats out of that. So that seems really good, which is strange. I guess it's just because it's tribal. We should probably put war camps in here for now. Okay, so we've got this up here where we've got mud brick towers. Probably barracks? Stationed men-at-arms damage plus 10%. That's something that we're going to have to think about. This is going to be quite a bit different from my usual builds. Okay, so barracks would give us heavy infantry damage of 20% though. The odd thing about blacksmiths, well, I suppose it's just for, like, adding on. Right? Indeed it would be. So eventually we're going to want to get rid of our mud brick towers here, probably. I think for now, what we're going to do is we're going to build barracks here. But we can't do that because our government type is tribal. What we really need to do is transfer off of a tribal government. We're close to that. This just went from 2 to 100%. Hilarious. Full occupation. Yeah, we knew that that was going to be the case. Too many held duchies. We hold the High Chiefdom of Mara. Okay, I didn't realize that. We should definitely grant that out. That de jure belongs to this guy. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. We now need a new chancellor, and it'll be this guy. Cool. So how are we doing on control out over here? Solidly mediocre is the answer. Okay, cool. We know it's going to be like 922 before we can adopt tribal way, or rather clan ways. So that's going to be important. Yeah, we need to pass absolute tribal authority as soon as we can. Well-provisioned armies, sure. Now we can start making expansions out over this way, but that's not really targeted. Like, Abyssinia is not, strictly speaking, part of what we're targeting here. So that's definitely an option. I don't know how good of one it is. For the time being, we might want to mostly be at peace and work on some internal stuff. Unfortunately... Wait, we can upgrade our trade ports? That's interesting. Another war against tyranny. We'll join it, but I don't think we need to. Maybe. Where exactly is this? Okay. I think we're just going to chill. I think we're just going to chill here. I'm sure he's got this without us. I'm not sure about that. He's going to lose this without us. Maybe we should go deal with it. It'll cost us. But at the same time, we're mostly killing time until 922 at this point. That's the major goal here at this point. So I think it's okay. We'll raise up our troops. We'll go fight this. So we're going to hop up over this direction and start up a siege. Beautiful. We only have the one tribal hold, right? This is a castle. 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 And tribe. Okay. Yep, as expected. Looks good. So our wife died, and that was the wife that was allowing us to hold this big of a domain. We're going to need a new one. A skill 22. I think she's substantially worse than our old wife. Skill 28. We might not have enough here. Skill 7. Skill 0. Skill 4. Okay. So we'll make her our primary spouse. And make sure that she is managing domain. Yeah, that puts us at 8 of 7. So we want to hand out a barony here. Which one of these is the county capital? That's the duchy capital, so it must be this one. We'll grant this out to a noble. We'll be able to take that back whenever. Was that where one of our units was stationed, though? No, I don't think so. Okay. Now, we can bring these up to size 5 at this point. And the reason we can do that is because of our knight, right? So what was the term? Accolade? Our knight accolade, I believe. That should be in here, right? I would think so. I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's probably in here. Yes. It's because of our knight accolade here. So if he dies and we have these at size 5, is that a problem? I don't know. That would be very interesting to find out. Of course, we're at minus 7.1 prestige here. And pumping these up is going to be exciting. Very exciting. Full maintenance of 0.9 and unraised of 0.3. Okay. For the time being, we probably don't want to do that. So we're just going to hop up over here. There's peasant rabble occurring. And we're going to start up a siege right over this way. We don't have any siege weapons, but it should be reasonably fine. Do we have a better siege leader? Yeah, we'll put this guy in. Beautiful. 65 gold. Nice. There's a grand tournament being held here. Interesting. We could join it. But I don't think we will. Well, we could relax and take in the sights and sounds, right? So we could join the tournament, but our only goal for doing this would be to observe. We're not going to participate in the tournament. That's what our Knight Accolade is for. Cool. So our intent is not to triumph. Our intent is recreation. Not recruitment, I don't think. Technically, we do qualify. Maybe we should participate. Okay, we do qualify, so we'll give that a go. We're on course to qualify, and let's see. We're waiting for the archery to begin. 16 days until it begins. So we could go to, like, the tourney grounds here and gain 5 trade experience in Falconer, losing some stress, and our score would increase moderately. That sounds good. So yeah, we are guaranteed to qualify. We cannot visit our locale for a little bit again. What is this trait? Okay. Who do we think is going to win? Do we want to place a gold wager? I feel like we've got plenty of gold. It's time to show the world our skill. So, who is the actual threat here? All of these guys are worse than us. %32% of being a known saboteur and losing 75 prestige. I think we're going to play fair. I don't really care. Quiet, please. Spend 25 prestige and his score would increase or decrease slightly. I don't want to gain stress here. So we'll cough. Excellent. 100% chance here and his score would decrease moderately. Beautiful. 61% chance, 60%. Okay. Score increases moderately. Do it. One last knock. Our score increases greatly. Okay. Let's get out of here real quick and take a look because I heard this siege finishing. We're going to head up over this direction. Oh, we're at 95%. Captured air and battles won. Oh, our ally basically won the war. Okay, cool. We didn't actually gain anything from this siege, so these guys are not the primary war goal. Okay, sure. That's fine. So the ceremony is beginning here. That looks like a good shot. Cool, we won. And we gain 150 prestige, 50 gold, merry aim for 5 years, and we'll receive a prize when the grand tournament concludes. Cool. And that war is over. We'll disband our army then. How did they end that war at 95%? Did they white peace? Interesting. Okay, what a great occasion. We became the owner of a prize bow. Beautiful. And this Sultana was murdered. Not one day too soon. We are very happy about that. Fantastic. So at this point, we can, of course, find ourselves an additional secondary spouse. And we'd be looking for one with decent congenital traits here. That'll be someone like this, who's intelligent. Sure. Do it. We're heading home from the tournament, of course. 100 gold to us. Yes, please. And we're going to equip our bow, I think. Yeah, that's just better than the mace. Beautiful. Now, this Hyena Fang could definitely use some repairs. 75 gold. That's fine. We can afford that. Do we have another trinket to equip? Actually, yes. The mysterious puzzle. Cool. No regalia, no armor, no crown. All of that's to be expected. Okay. And we have arrived home. Cool. So, there's a lot that we can't do with these castles at this moment. They've only got 2 building slots as well. My question is that something that will change later? I mean, we know that Ledger gave us an additional building slot, and that bailiffs will also do that, as will guilds. Is there not an additional building slot in here? Correct. Okay, so it goes back up to the old 4, presumably. Assuming that there isn't anything in, like, our, in like, the legacies. Or the dynasty tree. I'm assuming that there isn't. Not this. Hang on, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the legacies, yeah. So, popular opinion, domain limit still. Yeah, this is all largely the same. It's not exactly the same. It's been changed. But the real question that I had was, can you exceed 4 building slots? And I believe the answer to be no. So that's good. May you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. Pay us 50 gold? Yes, please. We'll happily take that. Why does this only have 1 building slot? That's an interesting question. I would have expected this barony to have 2. Yemeni culture. That's probably why. Yes. I would expect that to be why. But then the question is, why isn't this one in that situation? Possibly because we hold it and we are Bedouin, not Yemeni. Okay. Well, that does mean that we should definitely work on doing some promotion of culture. We'll start in our capital. And how long is that going to take? 6 years? Okay, this is going to be a pretty big... and these are Ashari. These are Ibadi. We are Ashari. Okay. We should definitely work on some of this, at least in our own territory. There we go. Cool. So that is going to be worked on. How long was that going to take? It was going to be 5 and 6 years. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit of a long-term like a medium-term project to get these converted over culturally and religiously, but that'll be fine. We do have a martial perk that we can take here. Parthian tactics are pretty good for our cavalry, so we'll do that. And then we have envelopment after that. Ooh, men-at-arms counter efficiency. Sounds good. Cool. Pay this ransom is fine. Are we still truced with this fine gentleman? Yes, we are. Are we truced here? No. I wouldn't mind subjugating this guy. 375, though. We're probably far better off just doing a county conquer. Oh, yeah, we're definitely far better off doing this. A county conquer and then just handing it out. We're not going to look to hold this personally. How many troops does he even have? 406. Okay. Well, that's exciting. We're going to raise probably just our men-at-arms here. That's more than enough to do this. Apparently we can construct something here, but we actually can't because it's a castle. Oh, we could construct the trade port. I don't actually want to construct a trade port there, so we're going to hold off on that. A trade port here, though, does make sense. I don't hate that. We've got Carver's guilds there at this moment. Sure. So 50% war score. He's walking in with a merc group. Why did he waste his money? I accept your generous gifts. 150 prestige and 50 gold. That's wonderful. So he straight up loses that. There's no way around it. Like, this war is over. Super, super over. It's 919 at this point. 922 is when we can form into a clan government. So that'll be good. We definitely want to swap over to clan. And I don't think I've ever... No, I have played as clan. I believe it's mostly just a reskin of feudalism, if I recall correctly. Although that may have changed. We'll see. We will certainly see. But yeah, 22 June, 922. Cool. This is our current appointed regent, and she's, like, super dead. So we should probably get another appointed regent. Loyalty is situational. She would be selfless. We should have our daughter be it. We want to designate regent. Yeah, I think our daughter is the way to go here. Cool. Just in case. There we go. And this war is, of course, over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. This will need to be handed out, and we'll grant that to just someone at random. Cool. Okay, so, out of curiosity, duchy titles up over here. The Duchy of Mecca would be an interesting one to take. Very interesting. Right, it's got that great mosque. Not a lot of building slots, or rather holding slots here. I was thinking about maybe making Mecca Medina be our capitals. That would be thematically appropriate. We'd have to move our capital again, of course. We could do it. We could have, like, Medina be our capital and then Mecca be part of our economic duchy. I think that makes a lot of sense for the long term. It would be... We could conquer them fairly soon. Yeah, Medina is the Kingdom of Arabia capital. The Arabian Empire capital, though, that is up here in Damascus. De jure. It would be an interesting thing to do, for sure. I'm not sure how good it would be to be Mecca Medina, but it would definitely be very, very interesting. So I think we might end up going that route. We'd end up having to take over, like, literally everything this guy holds. And we're truce to him right now. So for the moment, that's not really an option. But it's certainly something that I wouldn't be opposed to doing. Subjugating this guy would be pretty funny. But I think I'd rather do it this way. But for the moment, it's 920. We've still got 2 years. The way of the mace, huh? Sure, we'll get some prestige. Excellent. Yeah, I think that is an interesting plan, to go for Mecca Medina as our final capital. We've shifted over to here as our capital of Yemen, but this would be the capital for the Kingdom of Arabia, right? And that would also be what we would build our empire titles out of. It does make sense. We would have access to this mosque, which is extremely powerful. Incredibly powerful, in fact. Up in Medina, we would have access to the prophetic mosque as well. Night effectiveness plus 20%. Monthly renown, 5%. That is really very good. How many total counties is it? 4 counties here, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 counties in Mecca. It's a workable thing, for sure. Yeah, I like the plan. So we basically should attack this guy, right? That's what this comes down to. We should attack this guy, going for the Emirate of Medina. We'll do that eventually. But for right now, the High Chiefdom of Asser. So we'll declare this war. I should have looked at this guy. He's not very powerful. Cool. So we're going to raise up our troops right about here. And we're going to head right on in. Beautiful. So we're going to take this over, and there's his forces. He's a little weaker than us. What is his composition? He did actually hire some mercs. Only Mubarazun and camels. Okay, that's not super scary. Yeah, that's not scary at all, really. Oh, hey, we gained Desert Warrior. Cool. We're actually leading this? No, we're not. We do have our acclaimed knight here, though. He's walking out over this way. Presumably, he's going to attack, like, here? That must be his plan, right? But that's, like, fine. I don't care about that. He can do that if he wants. So we're going to finish up this siege. Did he embark? Yeah, we've got this nonsense going on. Sure, we'll have a pet cat. And we'll pay gold to get that smelly court problem fixed. Cool. What a great name, Mike. So we're going to grab ourselves something like this as our siege force. Actually, something like this as our siege force. How much do we actually need to siege this? 552? What was that garrison? 250. Yeah, that should do the trick. Where did he go? That's the question here. There he is. We'd name our child Nadzilla. Okay, cool. The succession is safe. Yeah, we already got that. Okay, so they're coming down over this way. That seems fine. We're going to head down there. Now, we do have a dangerous faction here. This is Peasant Rabble. I'm not concerned about that. We need a new steward, and that will be this guy. He's actually quite good at the job. Excellent. Now, they do have a slight numerical edge on us here. But we have a better commander, higher quality, we counter him more, and we'll have the defender advantage here. It should be completely fine. We must finish what we started. We'll continue our feud. I'm sure there won't be any problems with that. I didn't even realize we were in a feud. Wonderful. So we win this battle as expected. It is completely free. Well, not completely free. Oh, we're in a duel. I probably shouldn't have done this. We're going to take this because we are a hunter. Cool. We're going to take this by throwing gold at him. Low and no chance. And we win. Beautiful. So he's wounded, and that's great. So these guys are retreating. We probably need to make our way here. Does this siege get finished before they get there? Likely. I think that is quite likely. I would love to grab Engineered for Destruction. We don't actually have any siege weapons, though. We'll attempt to translate the old scroll. We'll continue to push forward. It is a lot of stress, but it should be fine. And we'll study the battle. Cool. There we go. It looks like the siege is going to finish before they get here. Now, as a follow-up question, will this end the war? Maybe. There's a definite possibility of that. It gives us ticking, 46%. Okay, we'll group together here, and we'll actually head out over like this way. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode we'll wrap up this war. I was really hoping to get more than like 20 war score out of taking the war goal, but that's fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, Emlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.